The sun is splitting the stones, and it was around this time last year, I just checked the videos, that I did all the work and planted up a lot of small plants. And I'm going to do plant up some palms that I have. The euphorbia that I had in here has gone over here, and I had another plant that was in here and it's gone over beside it onto the corner. It's got a fantastic scent off it. Aztec Gold. Choicia, is it? Choicia. But anyway, yeah, about this time last year I started planted up. And I'm going to plant up a few bits. I've got these raised bed areas. The 5 of them. I have all the builder's gravel gone into it. It's basically just sand and stone, great drainage. A lot of the plants are doing well in it. It won't be long now before all these covers come off. So some of the Musabasju, these are grown away. That's solid hard, and basically that was just chopped back, compost thrown on top, and then the bag thrown over it. And these Musabasju are starting. I'm just slowly uncovering them, letting the air in through the canes that are underneath here, and to dry up the ground, dry up the stem. But see, this new growth, only within the week or so, the tops, they're all coming on. I'm not too sure about this Mekong giant, but we'll see what happens. Another Musabasju, all new growth. But look, Sikamensis, that's new growth. So the Sikamensis might come on. Let's see, man, put all this rotten bit on. It looks, I'll look down there. Let's get that there. That's actually hard. See, look at all that. See, that's all fresh growth. So the Mekong giant might come back. Fingers crossed. Right, so I have some hybrids out. I have just a standard Trachycarpus princeps. This is a waggy princeps. This is a waggy nanus. And a nanus nova. So I'm going to be planting these up. Right, so I've planted the nanus nova in here, because I know I'm going to forget in a couple of months' time. I won't know what's what. So these videos are always a great thing to have, you know, a year later, and you want to know what exactly it was that you put down. Right, and in beside it here, the soil, this used to be the old compost area years ago when I had the vegetables out here, and the soil that's under here is fantastic because a lot of the nutrients would have leached into the ground here. Now the tree is probably soaking it up, but there's lots of gravel and drainage you can actually just see, and there's still eggshells and everything in there. So I'm going to put the waggy nanus in here. Just look at the roots on this. And it's bone dry, so it's going to get loads of nutrition in this soil here. It's full of same as last year, full of the wood lice. Anyway, we get this one in the ground. Looks like the growth habit was going to the sideways before it's decided to go up. Right, I'm going to leave this space free because I'm going to transplant one of the phormiums just to give it a change of colour as well in this area. But I'm going to continue on with the waggy crosses, and this is a waggy princeps, and plenty of gravel and stuff here. Right, so just in this last section here, it's going to be the standard princeps. Looks super healthy, and just around the corner, we're only a couple of meters away, I have another princeps here, and I tried to keep it nice and clean down here so it doesn't get canker. Keep the trunk nice and clean, tidy, because the princeps can get canker. Right, so with the princeps, I'm not going to plant it too deep, as I haven't planted any of the palms too deep, but you can see how this is raised up even out of the compost in the pot. So basically you only want the soil level coming to here. You don't want to encroach into any of the area where there's going to be any kind of woody bark to encourage any diseases coming in. Right, so that's all the palms planted up in this area. Nanus nova, waggy nanus, waggy princeps, and a princeps. And hopefully in years to come, when you walk the path, you'll have the other princeps over here. Now I also have the Trachycarpus fortunei here, much bigger, much older plant. Another palm under here. Right, so here are some palms and an agave that will be going into the dry bed. And this is the Chamaerops Vulcano. This is the Cerifera, Chamaerops Cerifera. And this is the Chamaerops Humilis. And the Agave Ovatifolia. Right, so this kind of raised bed area was the smallest out of the other four, because I knew this was going to be used for this plant here. And you can just see the root system, how strong it is, and it was root bound. It's just going around in circles. So I'm going to get this into this raised bed. Right, so what I like to do with the agave, just I'll put this down and I can show you. If there's too much compost coming up right up in contact in here, let's say in that half-inch area all the way around, I clear all that compost out, and I have the sand and the gravel in contact, because that will drain away. It's not going to hold the moisture and create damp, rotting conditions in this area here. So these plants are super hardy, they're super tough. They can take extreme cold, but they don't like it being wet, so hence the covers over winter. Now I'm going to start planting the Chamaerops, and I'm going to put the Humilis over here. About a week ago I trimmed off a lot of limbs that were here, and it's just opened up and it's allowed a lot more light into this area. And it's kind of a raised just at the peak here, so it's going to be a nice raised bed, natural raised bed. You can see the way the gravel, everything is sloping this way, but from here it's going to be getting the morning sun all the way around. Probably going to get blocked here, but in the evening should be picking up. But it's going to get plenty of light in this spot here, and I'm going to be digging a lot of gravel into the soil underneath here. Right, so the roots on this Chamaerops humilis were completely pot bound, so I've loosened them up just at the end. They are really fibrous and tough, very like the Trachycarpus fortunei, but lots of gravel and stone blended with the soil that's already there. It's good soil here in the garden, so fingers crossed it's going to be a nice, healthy, and it's got plenty of space around it here to, over the years, hopefully it'll turn out to be a nice big palm. So like a lot of the palms, or what I've done with the princeps, slightly proud, and the ground is sloping away on all sides, so there's a good slope there. So if there's a torrential downstorm, and after a while like this, all this soil is going to compact with this stone. There should be a good runoff of rain, that it's not sitting in a bowl. So the next one's going down. It's 25 to 7. The light is just starting to go. Just see if you can get see the colours there. Beautiful through the trees. And now, so what I've done is I've taken off that mulch layer, that couple of inches there, 3 or 4 inches, dug down into the soil and took some of the soil out, backfilled with all the sand and gravel and blended it all up. So we get the next one down. It's this one, I think it was. Yeah, the Vulcano is next. Right, so same as this, the other Chamaerops over there. Wait, no, he's going to piss on it. Go on, go on. Raised it up, and this ground, it's very hard to probably tell on the camera here, but the ground is just sloping away. Plenty of drainage, plenty of stone, so basically you want to give your plants the best chance possible, the best site, kind of the best soil mix that they're going to be sitting in. Now I'm going to get the last one in, and that's the blue coloured Chamaerops, or Chamaerops, whatever way you pronounce it, and Cerifera, and that's going to go in here between these two raised areas here. Right, so that's it for this evening anyway. Ovatifolia, Chamaerops Humilis, Chamaerops Vulcano, and the last Chamaerops. I'm going to get a shot here. All plenty of gravel blended in with the soil, the stones and rocks and everything under there. Planted slightly proud, and then soil and gravel put around it. Cerifera. That's the last one. So it's starting to come together. I know some people might say it's still too early to be planting, but plants are growing. You can just see by the bananas there. They're growing. The bird of paradise that I moved indoors over the winter, that's grown as well. I marked it with a marker, and you can actually tell that it's growing. So this dry bed is, I'm very, very happy with it. Starting to come together. Right, so what I also did on this bed, I'm trying to keep as much light hitting these plants and the raised beds. I had some Yucca Gloriosa, and they were kind of pups or bits that I had taken in from the front verge, and I had them just planted in anywhere. They weren't properly placed, and if I had left them where they were, they would have been in front of the these raised bed areas. So what I did about a week ago, I took them up and I've moved the Yucca Gloriosa in between the Chamaerops. That looks really healthy. It's branching out from this one here is branching out at different points. Almost palm-like, or even cordyline-like. They were just basically bits of sticks that I put in compost, and they took off growing. So Yucca Gloriosa, I think they go to a couple of feet, you know, was it 4 or 5 feet tall, 6 feet tall. So I think they'll complement the the Chamaerops palms. The Yucca Gloriosa will outgrow easily the Chamaerops. These are going to be very, very slow. It's going to take decades for them to turn into anything special if they're still alive. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But there's another Yucca Gloriosa and the dogs are after knocking it. I'm going to have to plant that deeper. It doesn't matter if you plant it deeper. It'll still survive. They're tough old plants. So I have the tall Yucca Gloriosas at the back here. Right, so I have that planted a couple of inches deeper now. Hopefully the dogs won't knock it. And that's it for this evening, lads. Long weekend. Have a nice long weekend, everybody. If you're in Ireland, anyway.